Hello, my loves. It's Dion, your Sin City medium, and today I have another Pleiadian update for you. Earlier this morning, around, I would say 1:51 a.m. to be exact, I was able to channel a quick message. I was extremely tired, so I ended up cutting it short, and I woke up this morning and pretty much started where I left off, and this is where I got like a more direct message, okay? But let's get into it. I'll read to you what I got on February 14th at 1:51 a.m. I'll go through it, and then I'll come back and explain to you what I was seeing as they gave me the message, okay? First thing, denounce characteristics of groups: cattle, united defense, cataclysmic, seek refuge within, community bandwidth, radio waves, darkness. So as they were giving me this message, the denouncing characterizations of groups, it just looked like as if you were slicing an orange, and it was kind of like the different races of people, right? And denouncing characterizations of groups, because at the end of the day, the vision, the cattle, was from the other perspective. We're just cattle. We're just inconsequential, not really seen as human beings, right? Is what I got. United defense, it was us united, right? Defending humanity basically is what I could see there. Cataclysmic, I was lost for words. They said that and it just seemed like atomic bomb, like explosion, right? Cataclysmic, seek refuge within community bandwidth. You remember those like internet commercials, and they talk about like, I don't know, like a Cox commercial, and they talk about like the bandwidth, and you see it going around the globe and like through the city. It was a vision like that. So I knew exactly what they meant, right? It's kind of getting familiar with your city. It's knowing your neighbors. That community bandwidth needs to be strong, and the radio waves, right? Like other ways of communication is what I was getting. When they said darkness, the vision I had was if you were to cut out the lights in a city, that's what it was. It was like me on a hillside looking out at the city, and whoosh, it goes dark, right? That's what I saw. I did ask, how do we prepare? And I got ground. Now, I don't think they just mean, meditate and ground. That this ground felt like we prepare by not being panicked. We prepare by being prepared, right? Internally, coming from a grounded state of being as we have united defense, okay? So fast forward then, this morning I wake up, I'm in much better energy, I'm feeling good, and I say, man, like Tish, because you guys know that's what I call her, that's the name. I say, well, what does cataclysmic mean? Like, explain this to me, right? And she's like, war. First thing I got, war. Unfounded resources. Enmity, unjust chaos. Unified threat, societal division occurring. Implement strategy, one accord. Understand death, core of racism, bad fruit, rot inside, world division. Let me explain the visions, and then I'll go into the questions that I asked after that and those answers. War, unfounded resources, right? It was just this vision of accumulation, basically, like fighting for accumulation of these resources, and it was so pointless. It was so pointless, and that's where the enmity, unjust chaos. So I had to get up and look up the word enmity, because I had no clue what it meant. I'll read it to you, right? Enmity, feeling of hate or anger, along with unjust chaos. Like, these things that are happening are unjust, and that's why, in the previous message at 2 o'clock in the morning, the denouncing characterizations of groups of people, okay? Unified threat. Unified, we are a threat to the small group with this unjust chaos and, you know, this enmity, this hate or feeling of anger for no reason, right? Is what this is. Together we are a threat. Unified, we're a threat. Societal division is occurring. And it's rich versus poor, not necessarily race versus race, right? It's rich versus poor at this point. Like there's a societal class division that is happening right now. Not saying that it's the right way or not. They were showing me what is happening. Implement strategy for one accord, right? Is what's happening here. So the strategy that needs to be implemented is, how do we come together? How do we have all of our strengths come together in order to be this unified thread? It's us recognizing our power. It's like putting a team together and recognizing the strengths and weaknesses from each teammate. It will make you the most successful team, right? Because we're calling upon our strengths, you know what I mean? And making up for whatever weaknesses there are. Understand depth, core of racism, bad fruit. At this point, it was like an apple sliced in half, and that core, right? Like a little, you know, like the body of like little caterpillar part of a butterfly, like that, like the core inside the apple being rotted out is what I got, okay? But you also know the saying, and it played in my mind, that a few bad apples don't spoil the bunch. We can't let like the few bad apples spoil this bunch, right? Because at our core, we're like so unique and beautiful. We are light beings. We are made from light, and it's to the light we return, right? Our energy is that of love. So those few bad apples we can't allow to ruin the bunch, okay? Because remember, like we had in our past updates, that a hardened heart can happen on either side of the fence. So even as we unite to defend humanity, we have to do it from a place of not losing our light. You know, it has to be from a place of love still. You know what I mean? So then, the world division, literally I could see, it was like two earths splitting. The world division, the separation that's happening. And this feels like something that has to happen. So this is just something that we're all gonna go through, but we have to understand that it's happening literally for our own good. And I'll keep saying this, we chose this lifetime to be here. So when we look at these few people that we think are rotten at their core, right? They're playing their role perfectly. They were designed to do that. Spirit works through us and for us. There's a lesson to be learned here. And we're learning it all together as this division occurs. We're choosing our earth, right? That we want. So I asked, what is our mission locally then, right? What's the mission locally? They were probably like, girl, what'd I just say? Again, I got the community bandwidth of one accord. Frequency though, and radio waves. So yes, we need to have a way of communication, but at the same time, we need to be raising our frequency, right? Not allowing our frequency to be diminished, right? Not allowing our frequency to be diminished, continuing to raise our frequency. So visually, yes, I could see the communication aspect of it, the radio wave part of it, but more so it was about us, that community bandwidth, us keeping each other empowered, upheld, right? Continuing to communicate from a heart space, even as we come up with our defenses for humanity, it has to be from a place of love, even for those ones that are seemingly rocked at the core, right? What's coming next that I can share? And I'm just gonna say what I got, and then I'll go back and say the visions. One, and y'all help me out, because I kept seeing like this plane. You guys remember back in the day, the cartoons when they had a plane, it was like a small plane, so I could see like the window, right? To where you could like see the pilot, but then they had in the front, it was like the propeller, right? That was the type of plane that I could see, small. It seemed like a personal plane. And I kept getting H3, like H3 and a stripe. So I couldn't make out anything else on the plane, but it was H3 and a stripe, and I can see it. And then I kept getting the vision of like black tents on the ground, right? The black tents on the ground is what I got. But here it is. When I said that, what's coming next that I can share? Guess what I started to sing, y'all? The song just started playing in my head, and I hadn't heard this in forever. Take a look, it's in a book, the reading rainbow. That's what I heard, and I was like, what the heck? And I just kept repeating that part, and I was like, okay. And then I got harbinger. Mind you, I don't know what that means either, but I had to Google it, right? Harbinger, catastrophe. I got rotted food. And the vision for the rotted food was lettuce, but it wasn't round. It was like, you know, the lettuce that's like long? It was that lettuce, and it was going bad. And then I got shortage and famine. This was the message. So the Reading Rainbow song, what I got from that is the history repeating itself. Take a look, it's in a book, the Reading Rainbow, right? After destruction, rainbow was a symbology of that ending, right? So after the rain comes the sun. So I feel like this is something that has to happen in order to bring back brighter days, okay? Is what I got from that. When I looked up harbinger, what that means, and I'm gonna look it up just so I can read it to you guys. Sorry, I should have did this ahead of time. This how you know I don't be planning my damn video. Harbinger, or a person or thing that announces or signals the approach, right, of the catastrophe. So we need to read this book. Take a look, it's in a book. Whatever is in this book is the foreshadowing of the catastrophe. So we've been here before is basically what I'm getting, okay? So that's the update, guys. You let me know what you think. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm excited about this because I feel like at this point now I can expect like every couple days to like have this check-in, and I love the ability to have dialogue where I'm able to ask questions. Obviously at 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes I don't think I'm asking the right the right questions, or maybe I need to have some more specific questions, but I'm taking exactly what they give me, writing it down as fast as I can as I'm getting it, and then going back and side noting the visions that I have. The way my particular, and I don't like the word gifts, but the way my particular gifts work is, you guys remember them toys we had back in the day? It was like, and you could change the slide, and you could change the slide. Because I'm so highly clairvoyant, that is oftentimes the majority of the way that I get my message, along with a few words. So that's why my wording comes out sometimes, especially because I'm new to communicating with them. It feels a bit choppy, and it's mostly the images. So that's why it's like I can give you all the words I got, and then I gotta come back and tell you the images I got along with it. So yeah, that's how it works for me. And so when I ask questions, I just have to be quick, right? I gotta be quick to write everything down, and that way I can give you guys both the words and the images. That's how it works for me. If you guys have any specific questions or things that I should be asking them, like, please give me ideas. Let me know. Drop them in the comments. Email me. Because yeah, I'm always excited to hear from them and have these moments where we can communicate. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. Okay, family, don't forget to join us live on TikTok daily. We go live every day, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you there. We've also got a Discord. Come and join the Sin City tribe. We're doing yes or no's, channeled messages, as well as intuitive practice. And guess what? We've got weekly giveaways. Who doesn't love a giveaway? And this is all for less than the cost of a TikTok live reading. I hope to see you there.